Yeah, I would definitely say so. And I like what you were saying in the beginning, where you're like, there's progress. It's kind of figurative though. Like, and I think that's a lot of things that we forget about, where it's like, hey, we're not going backwards, and maybe we're not accelerating forwards right now, but you see the small incremental things that are starting to I guess improve, or even if there's no improvement, it's like, oh, well, at least these things are consistent. So, okay, maybe that is somewhat of an improvement. So, thank you. I appreciate you sharing that.
Yes, absolutely. One big happy real estate investor family, right?
Exactly. And what's cool about real estate investing is, and I didn't really put it into, somebody put it into perspective for me the last couple of weeks, and they were saying how real estate is a business. You're not just buying houses. You're having to buy houses, track expenses, manage, and all these different things. And so there's buying real estate properties and real estate investing. It is a business, and I think when you have business owners, it's easier for them to start wanting to become better and grow themselves, and hence grow their business. Um, but more and more like people like yourself, and I think like Sheldon and a couple other people that come every once in a while, just have these like mindset shifts that I feel are really good and helpful for everybody. Like you say, big real estate family. We're all here to help each other. Awesome.
All right. How are you guys? Thank you, Jada, for opening and starting everybody. Who do we have today? Jason, how are you, Jason?
Doing quite well. Thank you. How about yourself?
Good, good. Just trying to set up my, uh, trying to adjust my new setup to create a video clone today. That's what I'm doing.
Mm.
So I hired a this digital marketing company, and I'm having them train. I don't know how much you have seen, but there are a lot of clone pages coming up. So I want to go from idea to reel in 15 minutes in the future. So what we are doing is we are creating a video clone, we are creating an audio clone, and idea will be scripted. So I never have to sit in front of the camera and record anything ever. And they just use me, my video clone, and then get it to do whatever they want, hand gestures, everything. It's phenomenal what AI can do now.
That's very
That's incredible.
Actually, I'm working on something similar for a medical company. They want a 3D avatar that they can use to discuss
Oh,
their
okay.
with patients. So I just completed the 3D rendering, which is the trickiest part, and now I'm
Oh,
training
wow.
AI model on the medical books. That's very cool. I would love to learn more about what you're doing there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I got a camera here, and I mean, I have a camera here. So for me to record a video clone, there has to be two angles. So I use this software. I'm going to use this software called HeyGen. I've already tried it. I mean, I've tried using just a picture of myself,
Yeah.
and it can turn my picture into a video, but it's just not as effective as my video would look like, right? So I'm trying with a video instead of a picture now. So, and again, I have a team doing it, but I'm just guiding them to use, because I mean, I use my hand gestures very specifically, right? So if you don't see that in my video, you are going to be like, oh, okay, that's not chai. I mean, again, everybody knows I'm going to use video clone, but I don't want it to look funny. Basically, I want it to look as realistic as possible. And there are people that I follow. One of them is a big influencer out of India. He went from zero to million. I mean, his videos are absolutely phenomenal, like global, informational. Just it talks about the technology growth across the world and AI. That's his channel, and he went from zero to a million in like, I mean, probably a year or two maximum. So it's crazy how, and he does not record anything. He has a team that sends out ideas. That's it, not even script. They just send out an idea. All he has to do is yes, no, or maybe. That's all. All day long he just goes through different ideas, yes, no, maybe. It's insane how it come out, and he's one of the most popular guys. So again, not many people are doing it in America yet, or at least in real estate yet. So that's that's your opportunity. All right. What do we have today, Jada? Do we have any deals we are looking at? Anything? I know we spoke about underwriting some co-living properties.
Yeah, we have a couple people that may be coming in later with some co-living deals. In the meantime,
Okay.
yeah, right now, nobody here has let me know yet if you guys, oh, there we go, Jason. Of course, Jason's pulling through and has a deal he wants to look at.
Oh, nice. Treasure Island.
Jason,
Wow.
Yeah,
yeah, tell
I
us about it.
posted this I think before you guys joined. So, but there it is again. This is one that came across my inbox here, and just looking to get some professional expert feedback on this here. I've had my business partner and I, we've underwrote it, and we have an idea or perspective on this, but would love to hear y'all's opinion.
Yeah, let's see. Treasure Island. I like that name of the city for sure.
Yeah, same for sure. Has a ring to it.
I'm actually going to Florida this Thursday. Where is this at? Oh, St. Petersburg. I'm going to Miami.
So
Excuse
you
me.
want to tell us a little bit more about what this deal is?
So this deal is really don't know much about it other than it's going to be a single family property. The guy that's looking to get into this is looking to invest some money, so it's going to be a group of investors investing into this property here, and just looking to see if it is a good deal indeed, and kind of holds true to
Yeah,
some of the things
let's
saying.
take a look. Oh wow, it's looks awesome. It is pending, which is probably you guys have it, right? Or through a wholesaler, possibly. Okay, definitely can use some TLC there for the yard. Okay, what happened here? Any this is a flood house or what is it?
That's a good question. Looks like a foothouse.
And the flood happened from internal leak or external forces?
Probably external would be my best bet.
Because other houses seem okay, and again, I mean, if it flooded the whole thing, then it might have affected a lot of houses, but I mean, can't say from these pictures at the moment. These pools look okay. Okay, so this is a 2300 square feet house. Needs pretty much everything. I can see the electrical is okay, can be salvaged. I guess the remediation has been done. Am I right?
That is unsure.
So you're looking at basically uh, insulation, sheetrock, flooring, maybe plumbing in some areas. The plumbing looks like this is PVC, but I don't see PVC in the walls. Let's see how old the house is. 66, so it's got to be galvanized. So you're looking at plumbing, flooring, sheetrock, insulation. From outside, it looks okay. What about windows? Did you guys consider that in your bid? Are
No,
they are okay? Did you guys consider windows, Jason?
no, we didn't.
Okay.
Windows look to be intact, and
Yeah.
maybe now would be a good time to upgrade into maybe some
Yeah,
more.
while you're doing so much, but I can tell these are very good windows from the what it looks like. Yeah, they look basically, yeah. high speed winds and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm sure they are good. Yeah, they look like they were replaced at some point for sure. Yeah, there you go. So, I mean, all in all, I think your numbers are pretty much on point from the like based on what you gave me. But let's look at some comps. So to turn this house into something that will sell for that price you're looking for, let's see how it needs to look like in that area. So first and foremost, just the basic math for 1.38. Oh, million times 0.7. Wow. Minus 100,000. Or is that your, I can't remember. Let me see. About 175. Okay, never mind. I think it can be done probably for under 175, but for $1 million house, I think you're gonna need a good contractor to make sense of it. So you're right at your, I mean, right below the 70% mark, which is very good, which is very, very hard to find.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah. Uh, so great job there. 3 bedroom. Okay. Okay, so these, wow, that many have sold in 6 months. I can't believe that. Is it all because of the flood?
Most likely, yes.
Oh
I'm
my,
sure they all have similar things going on with them.
it's all in 6 months? That's insane. Okay, so 1.4 million for 1580, which is huge. I don't have pictures here, but let's see. Oh, sorry. Nope. Nope. And they all look like they are different houses. That's weird. Okay, let's see if we can find something with photos. Okay, so this is 2000 square feet. Let's look at a lower one. Gosh, no photos. Okay, this has sold. And what is your goal with this? Are you going to turn it into an Airbnb or something?
I believe the operator is going to turn it into a co-living establishment. That seems to be what their motive is on a lot of these Florida properties. This particular property though is just to get a second set of eyes on somebody that's going to be investing into this property.
Somebody that is?
Yes, yes, they're looking at it. So it's going to be whoever's putting this out there is looking to raise capital funds, and
Okay,
the client is looking to invest money and just wanted to get a second set of eyes on the numbers.
I got you. Yeah.
So I'm not investing personally, but
Okay.
I figured this would be a good uh, good opportunity to kind of look out, maybe
Yeah,
learn.
so this is one that I can compare it with. This is 2518. I think yours doesn't have a pool either. Am I right?
Correct.
Um, so this is, they had to drop from 1.5 to 1.225. But I think so you could potentially try and shoot for higher number and drop it down. So it all happened within like few days. Oh wow, they listed at 2 million in 2014. That's insane. Okay. So your price point is correct for sure. I can tell you that much. But I just want to check a couple more to see. I mean, unfortunately, there is no photos. But yeah, your rehab has to be absolutely immaculate for it to be that. So yeah, 175 makes sense for sure. So there is a lot of them selling in that price range. This is 2,700 square feet with a pool, which is, and let's see what they listed it at, and then 1.399. Okay, not too bad. They're selling fast though, that's crazy. This is 23. I sold at 1 million, listed at 1.18, drop down. Okay. But still sold within few, like not too bad. But these are the ones that scare me. So let's see for sale right now. What's the inventory like? Okay, so
No, souped up real quick.
I'm sorry. You is
I was
it
just
me
saying
or
a lot of these are getting scooped up pretty quick.
oh they get scooped up pretty quick?
It's probably me. I've been having issues.
Okay, okay. They all flooded 100%. Let's see when these are listed. So right now market has gotten super slow. Listed in May, still on the market. Yeah, you need to be a lot more designer looking for it to sell at that price. I definitely highly recommend a designer for this house. If it's well designed, only then can you get that price. Wow, I just don't understand these markets, like how people make sense of these things. Either they have too much money. Are these gonna make sense revenue wise? Let's see that. Because in some of these like luxury Airbnb markets, and I have a ton of clients that do that. Oh, I'm sorry. I think it was 3 bedrooms or 4 bedrooms.
Three
Bed,
bed,
three
three bath.
bath. Can you do fourth bedroom there or no?
Possibly.
Okay, so 100
That'd be a
grand
good value add.
if you change to 75th percentile. Wow, that's why they buy that. Okay, so if you run all these numbers, input, purchase price, So it's 700, right around that, plus, so let's call it 900. Total investment at 2.7. Closing cost, immediate revenue. Property management fee, 20%. Apply property taxes. Is that a right number for taxes for a property like this? 15,000, so like just over $1,000. I would go more than that. Utilities is going to be more like 750 easy. Maintenance, yeah, 1,000 per month. And financing today, down payment to 5 amortization, 30 years loan. Wow. So if you can get there, so 90th percentile houses are doing 242, 75th percentile are doing that with 53% occupancy, which is amazing. If you can get there, you are gonna kill it. Leverage net cash flow also. Okay, so this is after paying mortgage payments. 4,000 per month. So 48 grand for someone who puts down 180,000. If they put maybe less, say 100,000, cash flow will change, but that's still 30% or so return on your investment after paying 20% in management. So if you can get to the level where you are doing $900 a night, like let's see this house, 57% occupancy. I mean, it's a pretty mediocre house. The only thing is it has a high deck, which is a pretty cool feature. Let's see something that looks more like this. Okay, this has a pool. So I highly recommend having a pool. Okay, so this, to get to that range for anybody, I think it's gonna need a pool. Otherwise, it's gonna be pretty mediocre. What? Yeah, I think this is probably the best one. But either way, no matter what they do, I mean, this is fine, but let's say 1,200 per month, 618. There is a fixed cost of around 7,500 on this house, 75 to 8,000. So that has to be the minimum before paying property management. That's how much they have to pull. Is that what you were thinking too?
We were thinking probably in the same ballpark. For what my partner and I underwrote it about, we're in the 900 range. We're 20K. We're thinking about they would to about 567K is what they would have to get it at.
567 what?
567 is what they would have to purchase that price at, or maximum allowable offer for cash.
Oh, okay. I mean, I think even at 700 it makes sense, but if you get it lower, by all means, I'm all for that. But based on the amount of inventory there is and just the to make your investment safe, I think your number makes more sense. Absolutely.
Cover that. Thank you. Definitely appreciate the feedback.
Yeah,
And
good luck, man. This is
I think having a poll would be probably a game changer.
oh yeah, 100%. All right. Do we have anybody else, Jada?
I think we have Eric that has a deal. Eric,
Hey Eric, how are you?
you want to unmute yourself? Awesome. Well, he said he put a one in the chat
Oh,
saying he
okay.
has a deal for us to analyze. So until then, George.
Oh,
Oh, George, yes. Hey, George.
George has
Okay,
it.
forgive me. So George has a Morby method that he wants to check
Oh,
out
nice.
today.
The Morby methods.
Hello. Thank you, David. Thanks, guys. Let me just pull up the site one. So I have this is my first deal. I've never done this before, so excuse me if I'm a little bit slow to start. Essentially, I have one condo unit in my area. It's a gated community. There's an older gentleman that's retiring, and he wants.
Hey, give me 1 second, George. 1 sec.
Of course.
700. But if you get it lower, by all means, I'm all for that. But based on the amount of inventory there is and just the to make your investment safe, I think your number makes more sense. Absolutely. All right. Okay, go ahead, George.
Okay. So I live in a gated community, and in this area, it's a bunch of individuals that are retiring. So one of the gentlemen that's retiring wants to offload some of the condos that he owns. So he presented an opportunity, told me that I can buy the condo and that he would carry the 15% note for the DSCR on a 3-year term. Let me share with you the link of the condo.
All right.
So he wants 120, and he's willing to carry the 18,000 for a 15% loan paid over 3 years. Ultimately, I'd like to buy this unit as buy and hold. So hold it for long term.
Okay, I mean, it's in a good shape for sure. It's pretty much, are you gonna buy it and rent it? What's your plan?
Yes, exactly. I already have 10 lined up that are willing to pay in the range of what I'm looking for. I'm aiming for around $1,500 monthly as rental price.
Okay, so this is 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. And it's selling for 120,000.
Yes.
Let's see, property detail. Okay, so the estimate is right around there, about 100 to 120.
You want to share your screen?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Jada.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do is give me 1 second again. I just have to record this video.
So Chai is starting to understand social media, And
Oh.
as you can see from the bottom of this screen, that's his phone. So he's doing a fantastic job of taking action.
How much of my view is blocked with that?
Very little, less
Oh.
than.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're fine. It looks
Mhm.
fine.
Okay. Because the problem is with, I mean, with Zoom, it's hard to get the view we need and the quality. So it's just better I record it with this one too. Okay. All right. So let's see this one.
Keep in mind again that he said that there's a 3-year balloon.
3-year balloon,
Yeah, that's for the seller carry
the
note.
down payment.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. So before anything else, do you know if there is a condo association here?
Yes, there's HOA for roughly $300 monthly.
300 per month. Okay.
And then there will be separate utilities, water, electric, internet, and these things that the tenant will carry.
Okay. I'm just gonna tell you very like upfront that I'm not a big fan of condos, just so you know. But let's see. And the only reason is the HOAs can be pain in the butt, just so you know. They are not the most friendly people. Okay, so now right here, you're at around 1200. Not too bad, right?
Yeah. And I'm targeting higher than that. I believe I can get more, and there are people already paying more.
Okay, so that's a good news. So you are buying this thing for 120,000 and they are going to carry about 10%.
15%.
Or 15%. Okay. Oh, sorry, you're right. 15%. And you're going to get a loan. Jada, what are the rates? Around 7%?
I would probably, if this is his first deal, I'd put high sevens, maybe 8 to be like very conservative.
Okay, let's call it 775. 2,000 property tax from what it looks like. And home insurance, another 1,500 for a small condo, but because it's maybe 1,200. This your monthly payment is about 1,000 without paying. So what is you think the rent is around 1,300?
I'd say about 1,500.
Oh, 1,500. Okay. So 1,500 minus 300 minus 1,000. You are left with about $200. That's not considering any vacancy, any maintenance, anything whatsoever.
Yes.
So, and there is a balloon after 3 years. Okay. So some of the things are taken care of as part of that $300, which is like common area maintenance and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that I recommend you walk the property and see it for yourself. How good are they with maintaining everything? And let's say if they are, then um, we can do it like about 1,300 right here. So even if they are good at maintaining everything, I'm gonna tell you you have no control over how they increase that number. Okay, I mean, sure, there is a condo association, and I'm sure you get to vote and everything. But it doesn't act like a HOA for bigger communities. It's a smaller community, and I mean, too many people have too much control. That is not you, and that's my main concern with this type of investment. It's so much better to buy a 200 and or $300,000 house compared to this one, because one, you get a bigger value asset for the same amount of work you are going to put in. Also, not to mention, but you are buying this at a full market price, and then you are putting a loan on it. So the only time I like to buy anything full market price is when I'm getting a discount on the interest rate, which is what happens in case of full seller finance or subject to. So the only time I pay full market price is when I buy properties, seller finance at as much as possible 0% interest rate, if not half of the market interest rate, maybe around 3 to 4%. Okay. And or if it's a subject to deal, or it's a combination of two, subject to plus seller financing. That's the only time. And my subject to criteria is very strict. Okay. I do not exceed 10% out of pocket. And that's including my holding cost of 3 months. I do not exceed about a 4% interest rate. I do not want to walk in to a situation where I have to fix things. Only time I'll fix things is if I'm actually fixing on one of the sub twos, but that's because I captured 100 grand equity. I didn't pay full market price. So something's got to give. I need my discount, period.
Sure.
That's what makes me a good investor. Investors invest in either value add opportunities or growing opportunities. Like you have to know that area specifically, and you have to know that it's going to grow over time. Then it makes sense. Right now, you are going to struggle making the ends meet. I guarantee you. Also, 3 years later, you have a 20 grand uh, payment coming up. So realistically, just because it's Dallas, okay, it is likely to appreciate about 4 to 5% per year. Okay. So times 1.04 times 1.04 times 1.04. So your valuation is not reaching the level where you can refinance and get another 20 grand out and pay her off. Him or her, I don't know who that is. So you don't have a lot of equity in the deal just in 3 years. Okay. It's got to be like 10 years or more for it to make sense. Um, uh, for it to make sense in terms of you refinancing and pulling more money out to pay off the seller finance. So at this point, I personally won't approve this deal as a good investment. And regardless of everything else I said, okay, you're paying full price, you're buying a condo, you don't have cash flow. Okay. Even if it looks like you have $200, I mean, in today's market, it is so important to be conservative because that $200 can get wiped out like that. One AC repair, 5,000. One major leak, change flooring, 3,000, 4,000. So $200 is nothing. You have no protection whatsoever. Not to mention, but you haven't even considered um vacancy or maintenance. When you are when you are renting it for $1,500, I set aside 10% for maintenance. Okay, vacancy, it's okay. Even if you consider vacancy to be zero, you still have to pay for maintenance. And maintenance is not if, it's when. Okay, it's 100% happening, period. Maybe you will not see it in your first year when everything is fixed up, you bought it, renovated it perfectly. But second year, a lot of things will come up. Maybe your tenant moves out, then you have a big make ready to do. So it's so much stuff you have to consider in order before you calculate your cash flow. So over time, as you grow and add more assets, then they start helping each other. Okay. So you basically reach economies of scale. But until then, you need an active income. Do you have an active income to support this if something were to go wrong?
Yeah, I make almost 200K for my primary job, and then I run
Okay, very good.
I hustle where I'm making maybe like $2,000 a month, but I just
Okay.
started, so I think it can ramp up.
So in this scenario that you're in, you're making good money and you're trying to buy creative, which is great aspiration. However, I recommend you buy just cookie cutter assets. Okay. In today's market, finding something that cash flows is hard. Okay. Regardless. So I don't blame you for considering this. However, my uh, my recommendation to you would be buying something that is a cookie cutter property, such as a single family home in Fort Worth, around 250 plus or minus.
Okay.
Okay. That house will rent for over $2,000, no HOA. Even if it doesn't cash flow, you will at least capture equity, because you shouldn't be buying something like this unless it's a discounted purchase. You should be buying a distressed property, which there are plenty of them available, especially because the interest rates are high. People are not buying as much. So your chances of getting a discounted wholesale deal are so high right now. So while the government or the feds have put brakes on the economy, nobody's buying. That's when you should be buying. That's how the great investors think. Buy when there is blood on the street. Right now, there is a lot of blood on the street, even if you don't see it. So negotiate with wholesalers. They are not able to sell properties. If you get a property that is worth 250 and someone is selling it for 150 and that needs about 25 grand in work, I think you can negotiate that down quite a bit.
Okay. Okay, cool.
So buy something that is all in 70%. Okay. And we will help you. Jada and I will help you. If you're buying in Texas, I guarantee I'll make you successful.
Cool. That sounds wonderful.
Yeah. So condos not my favorite at all unless you buy the whole complex.
Okay.
Then that's a whole lot easier than buying one. I promise you that. So sorry to disappoint you with this. It's a good investment or a good transaction for the seller, because they are getting it off their chest. Because they are probably ready to sell that thing for 100,000 cash anyways. So if you go back and make them an offer at 100,000, I think there is a very good chance they will take it.
Okay.
So again, don't make that offer, because no matter how cheap you get, unless it's like less than 50 grand, don't buy it. Just my perspective. Okay. I'm sure there will be someone who will say, okay, go ahead and buy it because they figured out how to deal with condo associations. But I don't even want to spend my time figuring out things that are just not scalable.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll think about it.
Hope
Yeah.
that makes sense. I'm sorry to disappoint you if you were set on
You
buying.
know, 100%. And this is the community where I live. I understand how to work with the HOA here, but you're right. They're trying to get the property for the
Yeah.
best possible cost.
So, but on the same topic, I want to show you something real quick. So anything you buy for, say, that is worth 250,000, okay? You buy it for less, all in for 175. Why 70% is a magic number? Okay? That's the question. And I always tell people 70%, and people buy 80%, 85% deals, and that's nothing's wrong with it, because they are not as exposed to this market as I am. I get 100 deals a day. They get maybe one a week. So they just don't have enough deal flow coming in. So they have to make do with what they have. So 85% makes sense for them. For me, my goal is to get this for all in 175. When I say all in, that's rehab cost, holding cost, purchase price, closing cost, everything. Okay. So now I'm going to buy this for say 140 grand. Okay. 140 grand plus 25,000 rehab, that's 165, plus 10 grand in financing, holding, everything. So when I'm all in 175 and then I go to Jada, ask for a loan, she's gonna send an appraiser who's gonna appraise it for 250. Make sure when you run your numbers, don't go off of what the market's showing today. Give it maybe a 10% haircut right now. It's very important because the appraiser, like depending on the quality of rehab you are going to put into that house, the appraiser may give you a lower number, and don't be surprised. It's 2025. Okay. Even if appraiser gives you higher number, the lender may give it a haircut. Okay. So situation is not as good as it was in during COVID. So 250 should be a middle, like right in between the market range. It should be like around 240 to 260, 270. So, and you pick 250. Okay. So also make sure your rehab is really good. Okay. If you're first time, if you're doing a rehab for the first time, work with someone sophisticated. For that, a 20,000 rehab for me will cost you 35,000 because I am my own general contractor. I run my own guys and I've been using them for years. If you are hiring someone for the first time, they are going to charge you high because one, they don't know you. They don't know how much you're going to make them run around and fix things after they've already done their job. So they don't know your style. So for example, I send my contractors, they do, one of them is they do everything and then they move to another job. So now I go there and I notice, oh, there is some like small blemishes on the front door, some things he missed a wall, or there is a small hole, or the texture is not good. So I mark all these things, and if they are, I mean, they are, if it's a sizable job, then I ask him to come back and fix it. But if it's a small fix, then I don't move him from his current new job that he started. I get my other, like a punch out guy or a handyman to come and fix these little things. So he's very happy to work with me because I don't constantly bother him for little things. Okay. So it is very, I mean, first of all, as a new investor, you haven't really found yourself. You don't know what you don't know. It's just building that working style of your own. I mean, forget about learning someone else's style. You don't even know your own style. So that's why you are going to spend more. Okay. That's why you should hire a general contractor versus someone like a small crew or a handyman. So make sure if I'm telling you I can do it for 25, make sure your calculations are using 40 grand as a number, because that's how much the difference is. So 250,000 times 0.75, that's how much I'm getting from a loan when I refinance. Okay. So when I go to Jada and ask her, okay, how much loan? I can go up to 80%, but just because you're in Texas, I'm talking about properties in Texas, and oftentimes they are not going to be able to satisfy the DSCR requirement at 80%. That's just from my tribal knowledge. Okay. If you find a property that satisfies 1.0 DSCR, and when I say 1.0 DSCR, that is debt service coverage ratio, which means your mortgage payment, including property tax and insurance, should be equal to or less than your rent. That's DSCR. So Texas properties don't qualify for 1.0 if you go for 80% loan amount in most areas. Okay. So that's why 75. So you're all in at 70% on this property, which means around 175. So you have about $12,000 left on the loan that you can technically cash out. But guess what? The second loan you do, the refinance, is also going to have its own financing cost. Not only that, because it's a refinance and a long-term loan, you are gonna pay prepaids. Okay, you're gonna, and what prepaids are is your money, but you have to set aside in an escrow account for taxes and insurance, because taxes and insurance change every year. And when I say change, they go up mostly, most likely. Of very, I mean, it's very unlikely that they go down unless you protest or shop around or whatever. But they go up. So the loan company, the lender, has to set some reserves in your escrow account on top of what you're paying monthly for those increases, because they don't want to come out of pocket when the tax bill comes and, oh, surprise, it just went up by 10 grand, or I'm sorry, 10%. So that excess 5% on your loan goes towards all these prepaids, all your cost of your loan, your financing cost, your title cost. So at the end of the day, at if you're buying any property at 70%, you will most likely be out of pocket zero on that deal. That's why 70% is the magic number. Okay. So, and there are a ton of deals out there today. So I'll tell you the math on the DSCR. When your mortgage payment and your rent match, you get 75% or more. I mean, depending on, or else they will adjust it to a lower loan amount. So if this deal, you get it today and you don't cash flow very much, it's fine because it's a standalone house, no nonsense to deal with. But more than anything, now you just captured 250 minus 187.5 in equity.
Equity, yeah.
So you are equity rich. You need to be equity rich. In real estate, you don't want to wait for it to grow. You want to walk into an equity situation because because you can. In single family investing, the whole point of single family investing compared to a multifamily is you walk into an equity situation, or rather, you have an option to walk into an equity situation. With multifamily, it's very, very rare that you walk into an equity situation because there are so many big players in the market and they are scooping up properties left and right. There is hardly ever, and then there is big brokers selling these properties. So there is hardly ever any distress. So they have to look at the market and see, okay, Dallas is growing. So let me buy it there. So 5 years later, my value will go up because the rents are going to go up in Dallas. That's how multifamily thinks. Multifamily investor thinks. Single family investor should, because there is a lot more distress with individuals. Guess what? Multifamily is bought and sold by institutional investors, or rather sophisticated investors. Single family is bought by an investor, I mean, in our world, but sold oftentimes by an individual who lived in that house. So they are not an investor. They are unsophisticated individuals. And there is many of them out there.
And while you're on this, I don't mean to interrupt, but kind of.
No, of course.
We also have one more person, Andres, that wants to go over his deal. So I just wanted to make that known.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But anyways, I'll just basically uh, to close the loop on this one, my recommendation would be to go with a strategy like this, buying a distressed property, getting a hard money loan, fixing it up, and building equity. The only thing I wanted to add, besides everything I mentioned, is today you have a golden opportunity to buy these properties because nobody is buying. That you are able to negotiate heavily on these properties, and when you do, you're not only going to capture more equity, you're going to build an asset portfolio that is going to grow grow in value as soon as the interest rates drop. If interest rates drop even by 1 basis point, which is 1%, I guarantee you there is going to be a flood of investors flocking to scoop up properties because at that point they are going to start cash flowing. They have set the interest rate on purpose at a point where investors don't cash flow very much compared to what they were. That's why the market is calm. But I'm seeing it as okay, if they drop the interest rates, this is going to turn into an investor frenzy. People are going to start buying, the prices are going to go up. So you won't be able to compete with that scenario. So you need to buy today and just sit on it. You have that much income coming in. You are able to sustain uh, any big surprises that come along with this type of investment. So why not build a portfolio that makes sense like this? And then there are strategies we will talk about on this call. So keep joining. I mean, how you can make sense of a property in today's market by employing strategies like co-living, for example. So if you did that, I think not only can you build equity, you can also cash flow tremendously. But again, it's a more involved strategy uh, uh, for those who have time and energy. By all means, they should do it. Anyways, thank you, Jada, for letting us know. And I get too excited when talking about cash flow and single family properties.
Oh,
Thank
it's
you
the
for sharing,
best. No
Frank.
worries.
Thank you for that.
Good luck, man.
Thanks, Frank.
Okay, what do we have next? Okay, let me turn this off real quick. Hey, Andres, how are you, man? Long
Good man,
time.
how are you? Long time no see you.
What have you been up to on this?
Nothing, just keep buying. I just went under contract on 2 properties this week for co-living. But those are creative deals, so I kind of pushed this cash deal to the side that I had. But the agent just texted me like 10 minutes ago that the offer that they had. So she told me she had like 20 offers, $30,000 over my price. And then she just texted me like, dude, you're the only one who wants to buy this house. And I think my numbers are right there. So I just need like a little help from the lenders to see if it's right. Because I really like this house. I like the area. I think I'm getting a good price. But you guys are the ones who would finance it. So if it doesn't pass your underwriting, like I just want to move on from it.
Yes. So where do we have an address here or you emailed me?
No, do I take where do I send it?
Yeah, you can
You can
drop it
either
in the
email.
comments if you
Yeah,
want.
you
Okay,
can drop it in
what?
Zoom.
You have it under contract, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, people, please don't text the agent. I will find you.
All right, there it is. Arlington. Oh, I love it.
Chai
Arlington.
likes that. Chai likes that area, I bet.
I know.
He's gonna be like, sell it to me.
Maybe I'll call the agent. All right, let's see what we got. Wow, okay. So it's for 299. What are you getting it at?
220.
220. Wow. And what's
ARB is
worth
360.
60. Okay.
Conservatively 350 because the comps are a little bit in and out of the neighborhoods.
Okay, and what do you plan to do with it? Rental
Bear.
or sorry?
We're gonna do a bear on it. It has
Okay.
parking for 12 cars. So first we're gonna do a regular bear, and then after that we're gonna put the money to do the room rentals.
room
Because right
rent.
now it's a 3-2. Technically, there is a space to do 11-4, but I'm not gonna go all that because it's a lot of rehab. The garage is already insulated.
Oh wow,
It
nice.
only needs to put it's been split, but we're not gonna do that. We're just gonna go with a 7-2 and do
Okay.
a student housing. It's 1 block away from UTA.
Oh, there you are. Okay,
Yeah.
perfect, man. This, I mean, consider it done. I mean, I'm
No, but
not joking. I'm serious. I mean, without running any numbers, I can tell you because I run these numbers 1,000 times a month. So I know my areas in Texas. So this property is probably like 60s, looks like
yeah,
57. Yeah.
57. It does
Uh,
need about 100K on rehab though.
okay, so roof is good.
Roof it needs a new roof.
These guys sure did like a lot of blackboard. Uh, so all you got to do is change it back to cabinets. I think you should just paint over it. If you're going to do student rental, 100 grand is not required.
That was my question. Like, do I have to leave the property at maximum ARB?
Maybe if students are going to live there, just leave it at blackboards. Go study in the
But
kitchen.
is it going to refinance at the maximum possible value? Is it going to appraise? I
Uh,
mean,
I mean, the cabinets are not in a bad shape. Look at this. I mean, I don't see any distress on the cabinets.
mm,
They've just gotten creative with the painting. So all you got to do is just change it back to normal paint. And here is, okay, let's do the math. First, let's run some numbers.
yeah, I have a detailed breakdown of the rehab if that
Since
helps.
I am also an agent in Texas, well, I'm not, and I don't have Dallas MLS, but I can use my Houston MLS to run Dallas comms. Let's see. Okay, that's not going to do it. Okay, fine. This is the one? Right.
Yes.
Okay. Uh, let's see. 2155, 1957. How big is the lot? Okay. Okay. The lot is also pretty good size. Almost, I mean,
It has a full casita in the back with a slab and
oh,
a mini split. It's not insulated, but eventually, if we get greedy,
like
we can rent
is
that
it
too.
detached or what?
Detached, yeah.
Oh, this one?
No, it's on the back patio. These pictures are deceiving. The agent did kind of like a shady job. It needs
This
foundation
one?
though. On my quote, it needs 32 piers. It's pier and beam.
This
That's why.
one?
No, that is just the living room. It's not on the pictures. They can see it on the back.
Oh, Okay, so you were saying this is 17. So yours. $360, $325, $380. You're right around this area, right? Right above the Mitchell Drive, Mitchell Street. What? Where is? Oh, okay. Okay, so this is your deal, $399. Okay, so why it's not giving me the huh. Oh,
Can you describe to the people what you're doing once more? In case people
yeah,
are lost.
I'm just looking at properties that have sold in this area. So this has sold around 300 range because this is Dallas and I'm using Houston MLS. I'm gonna get a range, but it's pretty much in between. So this one has sold. This is right around your price point, but much bigger lot. And yours is also pretty good size lot, so which is not bad. So see, this is exactly like what you are buying, right around the same square footage. So let's see how it looks like. Nothing fancy. 8 days. Wow, that's good.
That's wow, I didn't see that comp, but that's really good.
Okay, but see this one is they're shooting for higher side of the market. 43 days on the market.
Right now, the average in this area is 65 days on market, so they are kind of like still there.
Okay, so this one sold in 13 days. Very good. This one sold in 26 days. Again, nothing crazy, right where you need it. 2000 square feet, 0.28. Let's see, does it have a pool? Okay, it doesn't look like it. Okay, so definitely there is inventory around you, but also there is properties going under contract. Maybe they are pretty mediocre. For you to appraise at 360, all you got to do is let's look at yours. Okay.
Yeah, my biggest expense right now is the foundation, the roof, and the electrical panel.
Okay.
And I need French drains because the house is like inwards. So
Oh,
that's what's messed up the foundation. And since I'm gonna keep it as a rental, I'm gonna add that.
oh, okay.
Uh,
Sorry, hold on. Just uh excuse me. So yeah, I think your price point is pretty much there. So let's say you are buying this for 360. I mean, your ARV is 360
mhm,
times 0.7 minus, but again, you're going to do a much bigger rehab, you're saying.
mhm.
I do not really think you should. If you want to convert it to a rent by room scenario, I mean, you need new flooring. You can use these cabinets, in my opinion.
Yes, on the rehab, the cosmetic part is not as much. I'm putting it at $20 square feet because all of it is carpets. It has to be LVP,
Yeah.
except that those two rooms. But that's where the foundation problem is. All of this is cut in half. Like
Oh.
when you go in real life, this doesn't exist. Like it's all cut. You can kind of
Oh
tell in the
wow.
pictures, but
Is
in
that
person,
bad, the foundation?
yeah, that's my biggest quote right now. I have it at 15,000 with the guy that I walk it with. Then the bathrooms is just cosmetic, 5K each.
Yeah.
And I want to change the electrical panel because that's something people don't anticipate when they're doing room rentals. They usually just like they convert a living room into three rooms, right? But
Yeah.
that breaker is not designed to support three human beings with three computers in there. So you need
God.
to give them more
Uh,
amperage.
oh, oh, great. Yeah, great thought, by the way. What is this thing in the middle?
It's just a tape.
Oh, okay. I was like, is that like a drain or something? That would be weird. Okay, I mean, 360. Oh, so what it's gonna look like, so you're buying for 220 and you're saying you're gonna put 100,000 into it because you're converting.
Actually, it's gonna be let's say 85. I was giving you 100 to see if it passes your underwriting, and it did. So,
No, so I mean, your goal is completely different.
mhm,
So for this house to sell at 360, you don't need even 85, right?
good.
Because you're gonna do 15,000 in foundation,
Hmm.
and then everything else, I mean, you will be 50 grand will be plenty to sell it at 360 on the market.
Really?
Don't
I
you?
need
I
I need
mean,
to talk
what?
to your guys.
No, no. What were you thinking to sell? Again, I'm talking about not doing new panel, nothing
Oh, okay, okay,
too
okay.
crazy. Just sell it as a normal house on the market. I don't know why my camera is off.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. On the kitchen, we're just gonna change the doors, right? Because I don't like the design, but we can just paint it like you said. I wasn't gonna replace the cabinets, but the bathrooms they do need a full cosmetic update, so that's 5K each. Foundation is the biggest expense again, it's 15K. I got the roof at 8,000.
Yeah.
Because it does need a roof, and I was putting here on my budget replacing all the windows because they're old. But if I'm gonna sell it, I'm not gonna replace the windows, right? But
Correct.
this is all stuff that I want to do if I'm gonna keep it, so the property can survive the most
Yeah.
amount of years. Because it's a good house.
So yeah, so if you did it for like 50 to 60 grand all in,
Hmm.
and so you are not buying it for 70% for sure. But again, like I said, I mean, my number is 70% because I get more deals.
Hmm.
You don't have to always, I mean, if you wait for that 70% deal to fall in your lap, you're never gonna start investing.
Correct.
So 360 times, or let's just do backward math, like 220 plus 60 plus 60. Oh my God, what is happening here? 280 plus financing. So you need a loan. So we will, at 360, we will approve you for a loan of say 250 all
Hmm.
in. Okay. So your purchase, at your purchase, you're gonna bring 10% to the table to 20, basically 22,000
Hmm.
plus the financing cost of 250. So 250, your typical financing cost is 3 points plus around 2 to 3, I mean 2,500 in closing cost, plus title cost, like another 2-3 thousand. So you're talking about 22,000 plus another 15,000 all in. So you should be ready for around 40 grand out of pocket.
Hmm.
Okay. So if you are ready with 40 grand out of pocket, you well, hold on, sorry. And we have to hold back for the reserves, which is, I'm sorry, I'm just doing the, let me show you what I'm doing here. Okay. So when we lend money, or any lender for that matter, okay, they're going to go off of your market value, 360 times 0.7 minus say 65,000. So you will get a loan of 187 in hand or 90% of the market, whichever is lower. So now you're going to bring 33 to the table for your purchase plus financing. So 33 plus 15. So you're bringing about 50,000 to the table, considering it's a $65,000 rehab. So that's a typical calculation for a hard money loan.
And is that because you guys do the hard money at 70% of purchase and rehab instead of the regular 90?
70% minus rehab. That will be your loan amount. And then the rehab you will get as you go. So
Okay.
even if you bring 50 to the table, you will fund, say, I mean, you will do foundation. Then you call us, we will send 15,000 to your contractor or to you, which, I mean, if you already paid them.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to just send us a proof that it's,
That the work was done, right?
yeah.
Yeah. And on the refinance, how much money would I be leaving on the deal with these numbers?
Okay.
That's the part that kind of.
Oh, okay. After everything said and done.
Because we're just gonna do from 3.2 to regular 3.2, but once you refinance, I need to put more money in to add the other rooms.
Oh, so after refinance, you're gonna put more money.
Yeah, because I would add the rooms after the refinance, right? Because
Okay, yeah, makes
if I do the rehab and I put A2, I don't think you're gonna. I mean, if you can
Appraise-
refinance me at
appraise
A2,
it, right.
let's do it.
Correct.
But I don't know if you're gonna like that.
No, so your refinance will go at 270. Okay. So basically, by that time, you would have finished your rehab. So you will bring 50 to the table and you have 65 in the rehab. So that extra 20,000, I think you're gonna put that later. So when you refinance at 270, I think that's gonna pay off our loan or at 250, and then you have 20,000 to play with for, and then the financing cost of the
Right.
refinance, the prepaids, the title company. I think it will be less than 20 grand. So you're gonna walk away with 5 or so back. So
Wait,
you
the 270, is that the 70% of ARB?
75.
75% of 360?
But also you need to look at
Okay, yeah.
this. So this is HR. Like before that, you need to make sure. Let's see if we can see this estimate here somehow. Okay, so the estimate shows 294, and it's also showing it will rent for around 2,400. So for a 270,000 loan on this house, the taxes are 62, insurance.
I think PATI is gonna be around 26.
25%. How's your credit score like?
Last time I checked, it's like 720.
Okay, so you'll be 725 or better. Let's call it 7. 6,300. I think insurance can be 1,800 in that area.
For the year?
Yeah.
Man, I don't know.
Are you getting more than
I
that?
think it's more like 6,000.
6,000?
That's what I've been paying lately with all my. Well, also it's gonna be a co-living insurance
No, that's later. So
later.
I'm
This is
talking
just for
about
refund.
you're getting refinance from DSCR, so you'll get a regular insurance.
Okay.
So I think regular insurance 6,000 is no, that's
No. That was for the co-living.
all living, yes. So 1,800 is realistic. So you're right around where it should be. So without putting the tenant, just based on rental comps, I think your chances of getting this are very good. Okay, DSCR at full 75%. But I want to make sure you or everybody understands here that when you get a DSCR loan, you have to have good reserves. Okay. So they always look for what, 6 months, Jada? I guess Jada is stepped out.
No,
But
I'm trying to explain, but yeah, no, I would recommend 6 months. If you're like a foreign national, you can still get these loans, but they'll usually ask for 12 months. But anyways, this isn't foreign national.
oh,
Does crypto count as reserves, or does it have to be liquid cash?
Crypto sometimes, I think crypto can count depending on the lender's stocks counts. Your retirement accounts don't always count. With some lenders, they'll make an exception, but just in case anybody is
so
wondering.
just the 6 months times the monthly payment, or there is more, Jada?
Wait, say that one more time.
Like 6 months of monthly payment, that's it, or there is more?
No, 6 months of the PITI.
Okay. So I think it is safe to say that you all out of pocket before your, so after you refinance, you're going to put maybe another 15,000, but I'm going to assume your rehab at 65 for
Mhm.
my loan. Considering that, you're going to put 50,000 to when you buy the property. And then after you refinance, you'll probably get 5 grand back if we do it all right from that refinance. But for the refinance, you are going to need about 15,000 reserves. So you are looking at 50 out of pocket, soon to become 45 out of pocket after refinance. But at the time of refinance, you need another 15 in the bank on top
Mhm.
of the 50 you put in. You don't have to give it to anybody,
Yeah, you
but
just have
you
to
just
show that I
need,
have the reserves, right?
so
Yeah, that's
65
okay.
readiness will get you going.
Got it. So I'm all in 50, 60.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm all in 80 at the end. That's the number I was getting to.
Yeah. And then you might be putting that 15,000 into the property to do whatever else you do. So what I recommend everybody, and again, you can do this better than me because you're Hispanic. Do you speak fluent Spanish as well, or you don't?
Sí, señor.
Okay, perfecto. So, uh, my point is like finding a crew that is like a small 4-man crew. That's my favorite crew because they are wannabe contractors but give you handyman prices for everything. And my crew that I work with in Houston, this guy, the leader of the crew, is a carpenter by
Mm,
trade. So carpenters, because they went to carpentry school, they know like 90-degree angles and all these things. That's the culture they grew up. I mean, that's the
right.
culture they learned when they went to carpentry school. So everything, I mean, little thing in the house, I don't have to tell him, oh, why is this like this? Or I mean, I use other crews and I'm okay with minor things here and there because I'm not going to live in that house.
Mhm.
So I like to keep my relationship with the contractors healthy versus, fixing little things.
Yes.
But that 4-man crew can get this done for a lot less. I personally, I'm pretty confident I can get this house up and running after that 15,000 expense. I mean, are you going to change plumbing?
No, it's not on the card. I know it's the old one, but it looks fine.
So basically, you're doing the biggest expense is foundation.
Foundation and roof, but
Roof
and my
looks pretty
my
good.
foundation I can do it cheaper. The thing is like because I'm gonna keep it, I'm gonna go with a company that does, the at least 20-year guarantee on foundation.
But is this roof not good? I
The
mean,
thing is that you don't see it there, but do you see all those trees around?
yeah.
They are all over the roof, and there's a lot of branches that have fell, and there are holes on the roof. And
Oh,
given that it's already like 17 years old, I was just gonna go ahead and replace it because I'm also budgeting there like 5,000 just for the landscaping because man,
yes.
those trees are massive.
Oh, yeah. 5,000 definitely. I was going to say that trees is more of a problem than the roof because you're holding the property. I don't recommend you do the roof. Sure, it will affect
Mm.
your valuation, but it will be a good trade-off. Like that roof is gonna cost you like 15 grand to change, right?
8.
Eight?
Yeah.
Okay. You already found your, I mean, good contractor. So that's good. But for 8,000, sure. I mean, check with the appraiser and ask them how much adjustment they do for old roofs. So,
That's it. That's my biggest if, the appraiser, because I can confidently say, if I put this on market at 365, it would sell, right? Because
yeah,
we've seen that comes higher. But what if the appraiser actually comes back and he's like, oh, this is 390, and I end up making even more, so which would make me buy the deal,
right.
automatically. But
So just to run your numbers, 15 on the foundation,
mhm.
8,000 for roof. Uh, cabinets, I mean, are you gonna do new counters or anything?
Yes,
Because
the kitchen is 5K. Just kitchen resurface and new countertops.
okay,
Because
so
I do want to change the style of the doors, which I,
yeah.
I know I don't have to, but I'm gonna go
Yeah,
ahead
you
and leave
can
them more
change
modern.
make it shaker style
Mhm.
door. If you just change the doors, that will be much more cost
Mm.
effective.
Yeah, because I don't like the hinges outside. I want them to
Hmm.
reface the doors. So that's the
This maybe
that all of that is just
you're
flooring.
not changing windows
I was gonna change windows. That's why the budget is a little bit higher. So I have 5K there for
for
windows.
windows. What about the AC? Is it
The
good?
AC was working fine. It's only 8 years old.
Okay.
It looked like they've taken care of it, but worst case scenario, my ACs I get them from a guy who works at an apartment building who just
So
gets them
plus
for me.
five for the kitchen and 10 for both bathrooms, right? Two
Hmm.
bathrooms or three
Hmm.
bathrooms?
2 bathrooms.
Okay, so that's 38 plus flooring is how much?
Let's do 3.5 per feet at 2,000 feet.
Yeah, like
Okay,
seven. I'll just go 75.
75. Yes, exactly.
Paint 5 grand.
Paint, 5 grand, but I want to take out the popcorn ceiling, so that's another 5K to take out the popcorn and retexture and all of that.
5K, that's a little higher, but sure, let's keep it.
It's just because we want to do it once, and also there is a
Hmm.
lot of competition in that area because everybody wants to do student housing, right?
Hmm.
And I think it's
Oh
worth the
yeah, so it needs to
sacrifice,
be more attractive. Yep.
right? Because I'm gonna
So,
get full in a week, right? I don't want to have holding costs after this. And then
so
yeah,
what am I
that's
missing now?
5K on reserves for anything extra. Oh, there's a bunch of mold that needs to be fixed around the laundry room and refrigerator. All that drywall has to be fixed. So I put an extra 5K just in case there's anything underneath that needs to be plumbing fixed. But that's how I
Then
get
I'm
to
gonna
this
put
6
5K for fixtures,
Mhm.
everything, all fixtures in the house.
Fixtures. Yeah.
Fixtures will be, I mean, I think you can get the fixtures on Amazon for 2000, installation for another 1000, 1500 plus appliances. So I'll just put six total with appliances.
And
So
then now add 5 for landscaping
five for landscaping. Okay.
and another 1.5 for French drains.
French drains. Okay.
And that's what gets us to the magic number.
Okay. So you
Let's
are
see.
looking
Oh,
at then,
windows. Did we
and
put the
then
windows already?
Windows, I did
Yes,
not.
you did. Oh, electrical
Or did
panel.
I?
Electrical panel is 5K.
Yeah, electrical is 5K. That's high for electrical. Oh,
Yeah,
but
I'm
you're
I'm
doing
assuming
something.
worst
Okay.
case scenario, that they have to rewire, so they have to cut a
Yeah,
lot
yeah.
of
If
walls and
rewire is included, then yes. But
Mhm.
electrical panel by itself, you can get
you
it
know.
closer to 1,000
Wow, yeah.
sometimes.
That's
Yeah,
that's lower than mine, but yes. Wow, that's
yeah.
good.
So, but yeah, you're right around 85. I think you're right with that. Um, so yeah, I mean, we can do this one all day long. It's not an issue. So if are you under contract already?
Yes.
Do you think you can get it lowered slightly?
Oh, absolutely.
Huh?
Absolutely.
I mean, you think you can?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah, if you negotiate this further, maybe 20, 25 grand down, that's how much your out of pocket's gonna go down by.
Yeah. Right now, with you have just verified the numbers that I had, so I'm gonna be for the whole project a total of 88,000 out of pocket, which is kind
Yeah.
of lowers my cash on cash to only 30%.
No,
but
no,
they're gonna have
you will not be 80,000 out of pocket. It's 50,000 out of pocket at 65,000 rehab. But if we consider rehab, like for my purposes, I'm gonna consider it at 70 grand, the
uh,
rehab. Uh, then your out of pocket may be like 50, 55 for my loan.
right.
Then you refinance, it will, all the fees will be paid from the loan.
Hmm.
So your out of pocket won't change. You just need to show 15,000 in the bank.
No, yeah, but then after you refinance, I have to add the rooms, right? I need to
Yeah,
add
then
five
you
rooms.
add like 10, 15 grand. So you're talking about 65 out of pocket, all in.
No, for the five rooms, and then we have to add furnishing and all of that. We're somewhere in
How much? 30.
30K for all of it.
Okay.
Because now
That
we need to
sounds.
add ACs, we need to add 1 minute split.
Oh, okay, okay,
Because
okay.
you know
Then yes, then
the
it's 80 grand total.
right. Uh,
Yes.
it could be cheaper though. I'm putting a lot of contingencies there because
Yes.
my framing guy got picked up by ICE about a month ago, and right now the framing guy that I'm using is a lot more expensive, and that's
Oh.
my biggest expense right now, framing and
But
drywall.
but you're framing just interior framing, right?
What do you mean?
Like it's you're not putting like beams and columns, I mean, or
Yeah,
are you?
no, just 2x4s.
Yeah, if it's just 2 by 4s, any contractor should do it.
Mhm.
Like you don't need a framer for that.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, you're absolutely right. So my budget per room is 3,000, so it's
yeah,
15,000 for all of it, and then furnishing a room is 1,000 each, so it's
yes,
8 rooms. So it
perfect.
starts, and now you have to add an extra month of holding costs just in case. So
Yes.
it gets me there.
Are you gonna do pad split or you're gonna do it yourself?
No, so I own my own management company for co-living here in Dallas Fort Worth, Lone Star
Oh,
Rooms.
okay.
And we do co-living, and we're starting to get into sober living as well. And I found this one right in front of UTA, so I want to try student housing.
So how many student bedrooms you have right now under management?
Students, I don't have. This will be the first one. I have 6 regular co-living in the area that I own, and 2 more that I
Oh,
manage.
sorry, sorry, co-living bedrooms. I meant 6 bedrooms or 6 houses.
6 houses.
And how many bedrooms per?
That's 43.
43 bedrooms. And that's you just you find your own and then put them on your own.
Yep.
I mean,
On app.
you don't have to put students here. It can be
Exactly.
anybody. Yeah.
Exactly. But I wanna just dabble into the student thing because
Yeah.
uh just to try it. And
Just a thought, but go find an Indian students organization and they will put like two, if not four students per bedroom sometime.
yes, they
If you
I
allow it,
agree.
students would love that. And then you can, but again, that's too much chaos for you to manage. But two students per bedroom, I think, is quite doable. If you have a management company and go to the university, I mean, back when I was in school, I knew a lot of people, but now not anymore. But they have bunch of big like WhatsApp groups, and all. I mean, once you get in on that group, you can just market your property and you can fill it up. And then the good thing is their parents are gonna sign for them. A lot of them.
That's the plan because I did the same with a house in Saginaw that is close to Tarrant County Community. Actually, I don't know if you
Yes.
remember, but 2 years ago you helped me underwrite that house. That was my first co-living house.
Oh,
In
nice.
the when you were hosting the Sunim Sap too, and the same thing as this. You just like checked it, but that was a creative deal. It's
Yeah.
man, it's done well. Like we finished the closing, and like 30 days later, it was fully rehab and fully occupied, and it's been 100% occupancy since then. Like I haven't had a
I
turnover.
have two. I have one quadplex and one house in Saginaw.
Hmm.
Do you think I can put co-living in those?
We need to see how close it is to the TCC because Saginaw, it's still a little bit far from the main job areas,
Yeah,
so it takes a little bit longer to find if there's a turnover.
right here. What do you think about this?
Uh, Dude, I think you're 1 block away from me. It should be fine.
Okay. So
Yeah.
this is a quadplex, and I'm freaking tired of these people. I'm charging them like 1,400 average. One is Section 8, and these are like 2 bedroom each. Two
Mhm.
bedroom, one and a half bath each. So I think I can easily convert these into 3 bedroom, each one of them. I mean, if you can help me with one, we can do trial on one and use your management company to do these things, I would love that.
That's the only issue right now. I just came to the conclusion I'm gonna shut down managing for others. I'm only gonna grow my own portfolio.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, man.
No, no, it's okay. We will manage it too. Like all we
Mhm.
need is help with leasing. I don't know if you will do that or not, but we'll
Yeah,
talk
I
about
can
it.
talk to my contact in the TCC. Oh, and you have a corner lot in front of you. That's extra parking because you're
What is
definitely
it?
gonna need one car per person, right? If you're gonna put, you said there's 4 units, you're gonna have three. You need 12 parking spots.
Oh, 12 spots. Again, this is
Yeah,
also, I mean, this is part of our
two,
land.
three,
We
four.
can
Yeah,
always
you have
extend
space.
this a little.
Yeah, and they can park on the
And
street as well, right?
oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. You have plenty of parking, I think. Because on the other side, you have nothing in front of you. There's a corner lot, right? You're not
Yeah.
gonna bother the neighbors.
And we can give them like dedicated spots and charge them
Exactly.
for it. Yeah.
Hmm. And you know, at 3.2, a 3.1 is gonna sell a lot faster than selling an A2, right? When people come to see the rooms.
Yeah.
Let's say worst case scenario, conservatively, you rent it at 700 each room.
Yeah.
7 times 3 is 21.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, no, that's less than what you're getting, right? You're getting 2,400 per unit?
I'm getting 1400 average.
1,400, okay.
Yeah.
But now, you know, let's say you add another 800 for utilities and capex on it.
Yeah.
You're kind of like around the same number.
Okay.
But if you can do four, you think we can fit four?
You think 4 bedrooms possible?
What's the square footage per unit?
Can't remember exactly.
If you're at 1,300, I think it's doable.
Oh, sorry. I don't think it's that much, but 4,000 total. So around
Yeah, I
11,000.
think it's a little bit too small. I think with 1,250, you could probably sneak in an extra room.
Hmm. But then I'll need full bathroom, right? Another full bathroom.
No, we just put a wall for the. I'm assuming the bathroom is in the master, right?
No, main bathroom is upstairs and downstairs is half.
Oh,
Hmm.
so these are two floors. Okay,
Yeah, up and down.
okay, then you probably three.
Yeah,
It
3.
would depend on the living room. This reminds me of my college dorm. It's exactly like that.
Yeah.
If you can sneak two rooms in the living room,
Yeah.
uh, you know,
All right, man. This was awesome. So if you're ready to go, let me call you right after this. We can talk about the loan situation. If you're ready to go.
Thanks, Andres. This is
thank you,
awesome.
Jada.
Awesome. Thank you so much, guys. Thanks, everybody. Anybody, anything else, Jada, that we have to?
Nope. I would just say I put it in the chat. Please, join the Facebook group if you're not in it. And more than anything, whether you're in it or not, share this. This
Yes.
was like an hour and a half of gold. Let's go, everybody.
Thank you so much, everybody. And this is, yeah, so bring us good deals. You can just keep me, uh, I mean, this is not at all work for me. This is my stress buster. I love looking at other people's deals. When I'm not taking the risk, I'm zero stressed. I love telling people how to take their risks. But yeah, it's fun. Thank you,
And
Jada,
we
for
love chat.
organizing everything. And guys, please connect with me or Jada for hard money, DSCR loans, whatever lending related stuff nationwide you need. We are happy to help.
And if you guys could do me a favor, whoever is here and is in the Facebook group, if you can just go in today or this week and just say thank you, Chai, for the time that you put in and looking at my deal, that'd be amazing. Other than that,
Just
have a
share. I
great
mean, you
Saturday.
don't need to thank me. I'm
Thank
doing
you.
it just as much for myself as much as for you guys. So, but thank Jada for keeping this organized. It's so good. And we'll see you guys next Saturday.
Bye, everybody.
Awesome. Take
Bye.
care.